Good morning, my friends. I hope your Labor Day weekend was great. Please, if you get a chance, write down to the bottom in the comments what you did. Did you have any fun? I listened to a good friend on TikTok. I always call it Tic Tac. I'm so old. On TikTok, Tim White. He always tells the best stories. There, he was an EMT, and he tells so many not terrifying stories, wonderful stories. I don't know how he remembers them. I can't remember yesterday, but he has the best memory. Always kind of cheers me up when I'm down, and I have been down a little bit this week. That's why it's taken so long for a video. My son was trying to mow our lawn. We have a huge one of those riding lawnmowers, and the blade went out on it. Got underneath it with his hand and tried to fix it, and slit his hand from here up to here. Oh, it was terrible. And he wouldn't go get stitches. It's the son that had the seizures, and now he's being seen by a neurologist, thank God. But you could see the meat. It was so bad. I kept begging him, please, let's take you up to the emergency care center. He's like, no. He poured liquid skin all over it. It just got worse and worse. By morning, he woke up. He looked like the Hulk. He went on to work like that. His hand was this big. So my daughter saw that and screamed at him and said, you've got to go to the emergency care center. So they left work and went on to the emergency care center in Annapolis, where they soaked it for 2 hours, I think. Something like that, to get all the pus out of it. It was getting infected. That was awful. And he had to get stitches, and they had to put lidocaine directly into skin. Well, Tim White would know about all that because he's a EMT. He was in the emergency center. But, oh, it was just awful. He's working every day, but his hand's still about this big. I don't know how he can use it, but fortunately it was his left hand. So that was kind of shocking, because he's been through so much lately. And then on top of it, I still have those cats on the backyard. I called the Humane Society. They called me back and said they'll take them, but I have to find a non-kill shelter, because they're so sweet now. They let us pet them. But my dog hates them. I don't know what to do. Just trying to find 2 homes for those beautiful kittens and get them the rabies shots, and maybe just keep them. But it's going to be more difficult on me. But anyway, go look for some cheerful stories from Tim White on his TikTok. TikTok. Anyway, I'm going to put on some natural makeup for you today. I promise you I don't wear any face makeup during the day, but I look so haggy. I have to put on some a little bit. I thought I'd try this Tira Tira again. I really loved this, but at the time it was sticking into my wrinkles. But thanks to the Nira, most of my wrinkles are disappearing little by little. I mean, I still have wrinkles, but Nira did a miracle job on my face. I mean, it started off wrinkled, and now it's just a little teeny bit of wrinkles. I'm going to put on some concealer for you, and I put it on a little bit different way than most people. My eyes are so sunk back. Hugo stays up all night barking at the poor kittens. We made them a house out there so they can crawl in that, and plus they're in my closed off back porch, so nothing can get to them. But it's just more for me to take care of. Like today, I have to go make spaghetti, and weed eat the front and the backyard, and we're talking a lot of yard. It's 2 acres here. I'm going to mix some. This was the same Laura Mercier concealer that I got at TJ Maxx. Just love it. But I tell you, I was looking for the NYH serum one. Nothing can beat that thing. I think I ran out of it, so I set it aside so I'd have some in case of emergency, which never comes up. I save clothing for emergency too. But I can't find it. That NYH serum concealer is the best thing for us older women or older men to have. It's wonderful. It just blends in. I don't think you even need the powder with this. But I'm going to take some NYX loose powder. As you can see, it's kicking off there. Why is it? I forget the name of this brush. Every time. Put a concealer brush. Boy, I need a little bit of moisture over there. My eyes are really dry. I didn't need the powder today. And I put on fake eyelashes already. They're the Kiss It came out with some new ones called Freckle. And I'll link them. They're on, you can see fake eyelashes. I just did it underneath my eyes. I always do black, but today I did Costa Rica in MAC. Costa Rica eye pencil. Yeah. See if we get everything going upward. Same thing, Laura Mercier. Dealer. I think I did mention. I have to play back. My memory's going. I always told you I had a 21-year-old cat. He was only 18. Only, I guess that was. But anyway, he died Sunday. It was awful. We buried him on the property. Or my son and I did. We ordered him a headstone. I thought for sure that cat would be by my side till the day I. No. And the worst of it is I'm torturing myself to death because I remember I went into the bathroom, which the cat hasn't been able to come out. I always take him out twice a week, stay with him, because we don't know what's on our property. A pretty rural area, so I stay with him and watch him. If there's any possums or anything, but he can't come out because of the kittens on the back porch. I know he'll get in a fight with them, so I haven't been able to let him out. So he's been back there for like a month, stuck in the room. He has a big bedroom with TV and all in it, litter box and everything, and I go back there with him. But I haven't had a chance to go back there with him much, kiss him and hug him. And I had forgotten to feed him one night, so I ran in there and fed him and ate his food. And then the next night, I fed him that morning. And then the next night, I remember going to the bathroom in the middle of the night and hearing cats screaming. I thought, oh, no, the cat's on the back porch driving, but they're so kittens. I don't know how anything could get to them. And my sons hollered. That's just them playing because I hollered upstairs and said, some cat screaming. I think I never checked on Zeus. It could have been poor Zeus. I don't know. Could have been screaming because that morning we found him passed away. Anyway, that concealer works wonderful. We're going to try a little bit. I'm going to work on my eyebrows too. I messed them up. I put fake eyelashes on. I messed up my eyebrows so bad. I put the NYX on them this morning because I haven't been getting fixed up much lately. I'm going to kind of redo them. I used the NYX on them and I'm going to redo them a little bit because they look crummy. You know, I've been making them a lot thicker. I swear I think us older women look better with a thicker brow, but I plucked away too much on the end. Don't make the mistake I did, and now I'm having a hard time fixing it. This is also NYX. With the best one of them all is that brow. I have it. The Wonder Brow. Oh, that thing is wonderful. Can't find it. Always when I need something, I can't find it. When the video's over, I'll find everything. They're arching up a little bit too much. I want to fill them in a little bit here. Does it cover some of the hood? It's still remaining. Food. Anybody seen any good movies lately? You would if you'd write them in the comment box. I was watching Palm Springs Cindy this morning. She mentioned one on Netflix. She's another one who has a good memory. She was talking about her family, like Tim White does. I could barely remember the stories my mother told me. I think my memory's slipping here a little bit. So I can't tell you family stories. Couple. Let's seal that in with NYX liquid. Brow freeze. Make them look bushy. As if I were to be young. These fake eyelashes are nice and natural looking, but I'm not used to looking over them. Let's just put that down. So I think that's good for that. Let's try a little bit underneath the eyes and line the eyes a little bit. I'm going to use the Costa Rica again. Should have sharpened these things. Probably have to hold your eye up a little. I want to go above the crease. I don't want to go into that crease anymore. Like the young girls emphasize their crease and they put everything into their crease. You can't do that when you get older and your eyes are deep set. You've got to go above the crease. Even though the Nira helped me get rid of most of my hooded eye, I'm still older. You know, it can't make you young again, but it's certainly helped my skin appearance. But I like to go above that crease a little bit. See? Just kind of head up toward there. Up. Choose your fingernail. Hope my hand isn't in your way. I hope my speaker's on. I meant to tell you before my cat passed away, I made an entire video. Played it back. All you could see was... Let's see. I just forgot to turn on both speakers. This is an NYX. Yes, this is a lip pencil. Let's see. Yep, this is a lip pencil. Wrong one. We'll put the... Oh, that's not it either. You would think I'd organize these things for you. Or I'd do this, wouldn't you? There we go. NYX Vivid Eye Pencil. It's a bronzy color. Hard for me to see the point. And going in the line and underneath it too. This color. Maybe join those two up. Normally it's not too good to come in here too much, but I just neglected that a little bit today. The eyelashes are such a big help that I don't have to put mascara on. That was I'll put the name of it. It's NYX. It's one of their vinyls. They're really nice. I'm going to line my lips with whatever I can find to set out the lip pencil. Getting all my lip pencils, eye pencils mixed up here. Cork. MAC. This one will make them bigger. I'm going to overline. Okay, I'm extending away. Over the peaks. And then kind of join them together a little bit. I thought there was a thing I could tap to zoom you in. I don't see it. There was a number there for pictures. You can go underneath the square. Way below my natural lip line. I'm going to blend that in with Mahogany. Max Mahogany. I'll go right underneath that. I put the little lines in here like Angelina Jolie has. Mahogany. Center. Because I want the center part to drop down more. But I'm going to put some bronzer down there. As you can see, I made my lips huge without any lip injections or anything else. We're going to use a MAC lipstick. This is one of their flower kind. It has the little flowers on it. I'll put the name down at the bottom. This is a brownish color. I never wear browns. Don't know why I'm doing it this time. Gotta try something different. Sister always wore browns and it looks so good on her. As you notice, I don't go into the corners anymore. Getting older. I want to avoid that. I was just going to use some bronzer for eyeshadow. Then I do want to show you my favorite eyeshadows. I believe you only need 3 or 4 palettes that are really have everything in them. That's the 2 Marios and one of the Dior's. I've got to show them to you the next time. Because I have millions of palettes. Well, not millions, but I have a lot of palettes. I'm just going to extend it up. I have no eyeshadow on yet, as you can see. Just the Costa Rica eyeliner. But I'm going to go. This is with the NYX. I have bat wings, don't I? I've cleaned all my brushes and now I've mixed them all up. Don't know what's what. Try to blend that out with a fluffy brush here. Cleaned all my brushes and everything I could. Try to keep my mind off Zeus. But every time I go out in the front yard, maybe I'll pass a little cemetery. Excuse me. Wish I brought some water. I didn't. See, that makes a very, there's no eyeshadow on my eye. Just concealer. Blend it in a little with the Costa Rica eye pencil. And those little eyelashes called Freckles by Kiss. They look pretty natural. Because you know natural eyelashes aren't all straight and all anyway. That's with no eyeshadow. We're going to put a little bit of this down here. Makes that lip look like it dropped down a little bit more. I'm going to need a flatter brush for that. And we will blend that in with makeup. I put a little too much. A little bit of that. On the honker here. I don't want to go down into those because that's where my wrinkles start. I was glad enough to get rid of them. Most of them. Now I have a really dark nose. And let's go in with the Tira Tira. I'm going to spray my face because you know I don't use any moisturizer. And this is the Diabla. I love this stuff. I've had this for over a year. It's so full of moisturizer. Wow. We're waiting for that to dry. Maybe we'll put on a little bit of Whitney Houston lip gloss. It's very top to make them look a little fuller. Now I'm going to use a little, I got the sample size of the sponge that came with the Tira Tira, but I'm not going to put it on the lower part of my face. I'm going to put that on with a brush. And actually, you might be better off putting the whole thing on with a brush. We'll see how this works. Perfect olives tone for my skin. I have olive skin. Actually, I ordered the RCMA professional makeup kit, and it'll be in Tuesday. And I want you to see that it's creams. We're going to scrape it off. It comes with a little scraper, and use the back of our hand or the front of our hand, something instead of a plate, to moisten them up. And this is what they use on professional makeup for movie stars and stuff. We use the RCMA. And I picked the olive series because it starts off so light that I think everybody could use it. And then it goes to dark. And they have like 5 little plates. And you don't use a whole lot of it. You just scrape it off. And this was so nice, this makeup. This and that Derma Blend, I love that one too. Actually, now that most of my wrinkles are disappearing, I love everything. I find that I can wear almost everything the young girls wear. I'll disguise some of that deep set. Now through here, I'm going to wet a brush, dab it into the Tira Tira. Oh, ooh, that took a lot. I didn't think anything came off. A lot came out. This little sample should last for a long time. I like it. I like it. I'm going to name some foundations that I like. Like this Rimmel Kind and Free. This worked out so good on my skin. But then, I'm sorry, a message is coming across the top. It didn't last that long. And my skin's dry. I'd say 6 or 8 hours later, if not more than that, it was getting splotchy on me. I loved it too. Put a little bit of concealer, well, bronzer, underneath my cheekbones, up high. We'll use the same brush. Matter, they don't have to be washed anyway. See, it's going to work its way down. I don't like that. Because my skin, with its age, works its way down anyway. I'll take this CoverGirl. This is really old. Three-piece concealer thing with a bright, pretty pink on it. And blend into that. Up high. There's a little bit of their concealer that came with it. They may not even sell this anymore. It's so old. It's like me. It's old. Let's take a little bit of this, not with that brush. Powder that came with it. Powder bronzer. Up on my big high forehead. Wow, that was dark. Nice though. Looks like you have a suntan. Cover the gels. Well, that was a nice set. That pretty pink looks almost like that Dior pink that I've been having a fit for. That Dior pink. Under the gels. Use any highlighter. Yeah, I did. Use this one right here. It came in with the CoverGirl. Might as well continue that right into the hollows. There where we get really first place to sink in when you get older. Temples. I think we're about done for a natural look. I'll list everything below. Top it off with Diabla to keep it on all day. Because I'm going to go make some spaghetti and weed eat, which will destroy every bit of this makeup. My hair a little bit better. God bless each and every one of you. If you saw anything you liked, please hit like and subscribe and share. And next week, Tuesday is supposed to come in. And hopefully it comes in before that. I'm going to use the professional makeup that we use on movie stars. Not just, when we're just doing or we do sometimes do them on a bridal shower or something, but I don't do stuff like that anymore. Too old. If someone asked me to line their lips, I'd be like, My daughter, when it comes to lining her lips or her mascara, she's like, Mom, I'll do it. I'll be poked out and her lips will be everywhere. God bless each and every one of you. Go listen to some happy stories from Tim on TikTok. TikTok. Tim White. And I hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to see you again soon. Sorry it took so long, but my cat passing away was a little bit of a shock. More than one. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.